Hello, hello, my nasties. Welcome to another vlog. Today, as usual, I will be sharing a little of this, a little of that, artwork, projects, thoughts. You know how it goes. So let's get into it. First up, update on the Zodiac project. But of course, I've been starting most of my recent vlogs with the Zodiac project. Have I not? I think I have. Anyway, woo, Zodiac project. What is going on with that? It's going slowly, but it's going. As of this video, all 3 of the fire sign sticker sheets are complete. I have 3 down. I have 9 more signs to go. Wait, I said that wrong. I have 1 sign down, 9 more. Wait, 9. Okay, I said that wrong because I have 3 fire signs. No, I said that correctly. I'm sorry. So I have 3 down, 9 more signs to go, okay, in terms of designing the sheets. Oh my gosh, my head, math, what? Anyways, the sheets are done. However, I still have to create the test prints as well as the test cuts. So we're not completely ready to go just yet, but almost. Okay, it is safe to say that I have crossed the halfway mark on this project. Still a long way to go, lots of signs, and then the test prints still to go. And I've decided just randomly while I was up late working on the project that not only do I want to offer the full-sized, the 4-ish by 6-ish sticker sheets, but I think I want to do the slim half sheets. A while back on my Patreon, I had released different sticker sheet sizes. I was designing usually I design in the standard 4x6, but I did some slim sheets and I kind of really like those. And so I thought maybe some people might prefer those instead, or they might want to collect one of each. I don't know. So anyhow, double the work for myself as always. I will be creating the regular sized and then I will be creating the slim size sticker sheets. So anyway, yay for all that. Project is still good and still going. Next up, Patreon. Thank you to all of my lovely Patreon patrons, all of you, my love bites, my color fiends, my sticky claw sticker club, all of you, wonderful. Thank you for keeping my creative juices flowing every single day. It would be very easy for me to relegate spending time illustrating to only a few stolen minutes per day were it not my obligation to my patrons. You guys keep me on track and I appreciate it. I likely at this point would not be dedicating as much time per day to illustrating as I do currently. I would never stop entirely, but I definitely have to keep it top of mind. So anyhow, yay for that. I'm sharing the stickers that went out for my sticky claws. Well, I will go ahead and share both the line art and the stickers that went out to my Patreon patrons in September. Wait, did this artwork go out? Yeah, September. The artwork that went out in September as well as the artwork that went out in October, because the one that went out in October, kind of a big deal because I did a whole social media Etsy experiment with it. Actually, the day that I'm recording this, it's been a few days, about a week now, that, well, if I get this vlog out when it's supposed to be out, the experiment started a handful of days ago, not quite a week. So anyways, we'll touch on that a little bit later. I enjoyed the line art so much that I turned both of the artworks from September and October into not only the line art for the color fiends, but as stickers for the sticky claw sticker clubs. And then of course I created sketchy Saturday videos for everyone, whether you're a Patreon patron or not. These videos are public for anyone who wishes to watch them. So if you have not watched my Sketchy Saturday videos, what are you doing? These are different than my color and chat videos in that I am not coloring in my coloring books. I am coloring directly in my sketchbook. So I'm sketching, inking, and coloring directly in the sketchbook, hence the name Sketchy Saturday. Just a nice little thing for people who don't really want to watch the coloring videos, which I totally get it. By the way, if you are new here, I kind of glazed over it. I mentioned that I had, 2 other online stores. And if you are new here, well, I have, in addition to running my illustration shop, I have an online vintage boutique as well as a candle shop that recently launched. My vintage boutique has been around for a couple years. My candle shop also been around for a couple years, but I started with wax melts, and now I have finally released candles. So I'm basically existing on 3 different planets all at once because I need the mental stimulation. I'm way too creative and way too much of a workaholic to just focus on one thing. And so I love clothes, so I sling clothes. I love clothes. I love to draw it, hence my artwork. I love my environment to smell nice. I like to smell nice, hence the candle brand. So, it's all of those things all rolled in to one. It's a lot, I know, but I'm also a lot, so I can handle it all. Okay, so speaking about, let's move back a little bit to the Patreon artwork. So what the hell was I talking about? Ooh, she made a big deal out of this artwork. Okay, kind of sort of a big deal, but not really. My most recent Sketchy Saturday, I touched on a topic that has been, weighing on me is not the right word, but it's a topic that has been taking up more brain space than I care to admit that it has. And it's doing so because I may not be actively a part of the art community online. I don't follow any other artists. I wouldn't consider any other online artists friends of mine. And it's not because I think, ooh, I'm on a high horse, I'm better than everyone else. I just don't enjoy integration. I don't enjoy integration at all. I enjoy participation, but not full integration. I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. School. I enjoy learning. I enjoy soaking up information, listening to teachers teach me things, listening to anecdotes, and I love all of that stuff. I hate participating in group projects. I hate participating in academic activities. I didn't like attending school dances, or in college, I didn't like engaging in, sports or clubs or anything like that. Nope. Certain things I enjoy, other things I don't. I'm always on the periphery of everything. It's just me, insular, weirdo, loner, it's just that. It's not because, ooh, Karla, she hates everybody. No, it's a classic case of I dislike many people, but I love humanity. Does that make sense? It's that saying, I don't remember how it goes exactly, but it's essentially, I hate people, but I love humanity, something like that. And it's very true. I happen to be one of those people for whom that is very, very true. So anyways, what bothers me is that I know for a fact that I have creatives who follow me. As tiny as my community is here on YouTube, a couple thousand people following me over on Instagram, another 1,000, or how many do I have? Let's see, I think a couple thousand. Let me double check. Clickety click, click, click. Yeah, so I have a little over 2,000 on Instagram. But all of that together, I know that I have a handful of creative folks, whether they are clay artists, textile artists, what else? Painters, illustrators, just anyone who does anything creative. And throughout the community, even my small community, I'm noticing, I'm getting little messages here and there, little comments here and there where people are feeling just very, very unseen and unappreciated right now. And the problem is that they're blaming themselves when in reality, they've just become a victim to the puppetry of social media. I don't dislike social media. I think if you take it at face value for what it is a platform to share your work with the understanding that the platforms don't give a shit about you. They care about your money. So they want you to purchase ad space and all of that. Understanding all of that, I enjoy it. It is what it is. It's a way for me to share my work, and the people who enjoy my work enough to jump through the hoops to see it, those who want to follow me and those who actively engage, it's a pleasure. I enjoy sharing it with those people because there's no other way for me to do it. I don't have a carrier pigeon. I can't send people mail, newsletters, and we all know social media. What I mean by jumping through hoops is at this point, even supporters of my work, and not just me, this goes for everyone on social media in general, it's a popularity contest. And just putting eyeballs on my posts doesn't mean a damn thing to Instagram. In order for Instagram to actually show my stuff, my posts to the people who follow me, there has to be a certain number of people who are actively commenting, liking, and doing all of the good Instagrammy things in order for Instagram to say, oh, people are actually noticing this chick, so let me show it to the rest of her followers, right? It's that kind of thing. It doesn't get me down because I know why Instagram, Facebook, all of the platforms, YouTube included, why they all do it, okay? They want to suppress you on purpose unless you give them coin, right? Pay them to boost your posts and all that. I'm not going to do all that. Once upon a time, it was not quite this bad. It's always been bad. These platforms have always been popularity contests, but now it's even worse. It's just the way that it is. However, I'm old school. I love, even analog artwork. It will always be my number one. But enjoying social media the way that I do, I have also accepted the fact that it evolves. So I may not be in love with it the way that I used to be, but I still appreciate it for what it is. And I still think that it can be a valuable tool. And to kind of prove not only to myself, but to all of the jaded, sad little artists out there who are feeling hopeless, I wanted to have a little experiment, if you will. I wanted to conduct a little experiment to say, hey, things are hard out there, but I promise if you have a small group of supporters, that's all you need. You don't need to pay. You don't need to feel useless, hopeless, and all those kinds of things. Simply post. Have your followers help you out by reposting and engaging, and you can still have a thriving community if the people who support you truly support you and care. It's that simple. That's what it comes down to. And so what I've done is I decided, because spooky season is, one of my favorite times of year, not necessarily because of Halloween. I'm more of a Day of the Dead girl, but just the ambiance of this time of year, the weather, the everything. Even though I'm in the desert and it doesn't feel like autumn, I still like to get into it, I still like to sit outside at night with my chai tea, pretending that the air is crispy and I'm surrounded by orange, red, dead trees, which is not the case, but that's okay. Anyway, I digress. This is a time of year when the weather starts to cool down, where I start to get a little bit more productive. And so I just love everything about this time, the spooky art, the cuteness, the this, the that. And so I created this artwork for Patreon, loved it, obviously. I mean, I don't think I've ever created something that I dislike. Well, no, that's not true. I have, but there are different degrees of, oh, I like something. It goes, oh, this is cute. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is really cute. Oh, I love this. I have my different layers of appreciation for what I do. And these two gals that I created for my Patreon, they're just freaking cool. They're just kind of the embodiment of everything that I love. They're spooky, they're sassy, they're pretty, they're fashionable, they're colorful. They're just the little sass monsters. They're my little spooklets. I love them. And because I've been focusing so much time, so much effort on the artwork that I produce for Patreon, I really haven't updated my website, all of the work that is publicly available for purchase. I have not updated that with anything fresh since my strawberry spooklet collection, which I released this summer. And admittedly, that collection did not do as well as I had hoped that it would. I purchased less than 70, it was an order of 50. I want to go back through my receipts right now, but I'm pretty sure that I ordered 50. It was an order of 50 units of I'll place an image here of the notepads. It was my first notepad ever, and then I released not only the notepad, but I did a bundle. So it was the oversized sticker, the notepad, and then a magnetic bookmark. And I have fewer than 20 left, but keep in mind, I released these in the summer. It is now creeping up on the end of the year, and I did not sell out. I did not sell not 50 units, which that started to indicate to me, okay, either this design did not resonate with my supporters, or it didn't reach as many as it could have. Okay, I filed it away. Not every design is going to be a hit. I get it. And I just kind of put it out of my mind. It's still for sale, by the way. If you like it, I have them up on my website right now. But all of that to say is that I had not updated with anything fresh. I have been doing exclusives and artwork only for Patreon. And this time I thought, you know what? I want to try something because the world is going nuts. It's been going nuts for a long time. And that's fine, but I don't like it when it starts to directly affect my circle of followers. And I don't like bad energy to be here. And I get it. Everyone has bad days. Everyone's allowed to feel bad, depressed, sad, whatever. I get it. We all do from time to time. But when I see people being affected by the powers that be, being manipulated by, the almighty dollar of pay us or we're going to make you feel like shit on social media, that starts to irritate me. And so I want to kind of, in a way, help myself, but also kind of encourage people, because that's what I am here to do. I am here first and foremost to entertain people and in turn feed myself. But through my entertainment, I'm hoping to provide not only, joy and fun and all that good stuff with what I make, but also encourage people, because that was super important to me growing up. When I had no support, I had no one around me telling me that what I was doing was okay. That was so important to me. And it still is, to say, you know what? Just keep doing you. Just keep doing you. And there are people out there who need to hear it. I know, because I needed to hear it and it helped me at the time. Okay? So anyhow, all of that to say, because I love these girls so much, because I love this time of year so much, and because I don't want for people to feel alienated because I'm producing all of my cute new work, for Patreon, I decided, okay, I'm going to take this design and I'm going to offer a variant colorway for both of the girls. I'm going to release only the die cuts, because the Patreon patrons got the full collection with all the little auxiliary stickers. But for Etsy, I'm going to create 2 oversized stickers in a specialty finish in a different colorway. And the hope is that if I promote here on YouTube as well as on Instagram, I'm hoping to mobilize my supporters by sending them over to Etsy, purchasing those stickers so that Etsy says, oh, look at this. This girl did not purchase any ad space, and yet people are buying her work. Let's boost her in our algorithm. And the whole purpose of this is not completely selfless. Obviously, I'm wanting people to purchase my stuff, but I want them to be encouraged to maybe try the same thing. And I also am hoping to bring new eyes to my work organically and send people to my website, both my Instagram and to my online shop. Is this going to be successful? Guys, I don't know. I can fall flat on my face, but I'm going to try it. And this is just the first experiment. I think before I reach a solid conclusion as to whether or not this worked or not, I'm going to run an experiment a few more times. I might try this 2 times, 3 times, no more than 5 times, but I want to try it a handful of times before I say, you know what? Okay, I'm too small to beat the Instagram algorithm game. I'm too small to beat the Etsy algorithm game. I get it, okay? But I at least want to try. Whether I fail or not, to be determined, but that's what we're trying. So thank you to those of you who have purchased already. I greatly appreciate it. If you are not interested in purchasing, please at least go click on my Etsy shop, like my Etsy shop, go to my Instagram, follow me, like my post, help me out. People like to say, oh, all these people online are begging for likes and begging for, no, it's just that every little interaction helps more than the audience realizes, I think. It's not necessarily about being an attention whore and doing all this and that. It's, we are artists, we are creatives, and the only reason that most of us put our work online is because it's being appreciated online. I am not a millionaire because of my work. If I disappeared off Instagram tomorrow, I have other streams of income. It wouldn't hurt me that much. So I'm not doing it to be popular. However, because I'm online and because being online does definitely help me, I would like to obviously expand my little universe online a little bit. I don't see the problem in that, right? And you shouldn't either. If you're creative, you should do the effort. You should put the effort in as well. So enough on that. I think I've spent more time talking about that than I should have. But listen, it's an experiment. I'm kind of proud of myself for doing it because I hadn't done it in a while. Well, I mean, I hadn't updated my Etsy in a while because I hadn't really felt the need to. And it's just fun. It's something new to try and we'll see. So thank you so much. Links will be down below in the description box if you would like to purchase the stickers. Also, my community post, there will be direct links there as well. So speaking of website updates, I want to be closing out this vlog within the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't know. I want to keep it under 30 minutes. Mystery bags. I have been talking about creating these mystery bags for a while, and they will be indeed coming as planned to my store sometime in November. I had begun the process of purging, literally throwing away a mountain of old work. I'm talking everything from random sculpture, mixed media pieces, large 4-foot canvases, everything. I started the process months ago, and I quite literally am trying to erase my history. This is not as dramatic as it sounds. I have expressed many times throughout the years that the catharsis I need happens through the process of creating the art, the conceptualization, the sketching, the execution, the color selection. All of that is my happy place. I am not one who feels the need to express my deepest, darkest, most private thoughts through my work. If anything, all of those thoughts are either hidden behind the happy facade of colors and all of that, or all of those thoughts are dissolved in the process of creating that artwork. I want my end product always to be joyful, entertaining, and escapist. Damn it, that's the key word for me always, is escapism. I am a big believer in the effects of energy. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt a heavy miasma of just invisible ick, just floating in the air? You walk in and you're like, ooh, something doesn't feel right. Or you meet someone whose vibe is just so bad, it instantly drops your mood until you can extricate yourself from their presence. We all know that, especially those of us who are more sensitive to these sorts of things. And I feel artwork is the same way. I have never, ever been one to wallow in any of those thoughts, and much less to share it. I don't want to project that and to bring other people into my misery. That's just not what I'm about. If you do it, by all means, please do. Poets, musicians, they do it all the time, right? It's just different strokes for different folks. It's just not for me. If I'm feeling like trash for whatever reason, I want to release that mess expeditiously. I just don't like it. I don't like to wallow. I will go for a walk. I will make something, etc., etc. And yeah, one thing that just helps me is to not only create, but to also clear out the past, because I have been creating for so long and I have lived many lifetimes already, right? It feels like in this one, and I'm ready for my next chapter. And in order for me to truly move on to something completely just different and new, I need to get rid of a lot of my past. We accumulate a lot and we have to get rid of a lot. And I don't have emotional baggage with people, but I feel like all of the thoughts and all of my problems and issues and, struggles that I've dealt with are all kind of held within my artwork. And it's just time to clear and declutter all of that. Again, more power to the artists and musicians who express their misery as part of their artwork. But if I were a musician, I would not enjoy rehashing pain, I'm just not designed for that. People might think Karla is a little black rain cloud. Look, I am a little sass monster. I am. But when it comes down to it, I would rather someone, how can I say this without putting myself on a pedestal? I would rather help someone walk through their problems than to express my problems in hope of someone helping me. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I cannot be helped, right? Oh, she who is godly. No, it's not that at all. But here, I'll express it to you this way. I would rather listen to someone telling me their problems, and I would like to give them advice if I could to help them. But I prefer, if I'm going through something, I would rather just have someone be present with me while I'm dealing with my own problems silently. Get it? Someone's presence would help me far more than them giving me advice. Someone showing up with a coffee or a cup of tea or a pizza would be far more helpful than me boo-hooing to them for 2 hours. I'm happy to hear someone else's boo-hooing, but I don't want to be the one to express the boo-hooing. Does that make any bit of sense? Okay, maybe that didn't. Anywho, friggin' mystery bags are part of the purge. Because I'm noticing that, my sales online have slowed down for whatever reason, I think part of what's going to help propel me into the next chapter of my life, which is, and we'll get into it, we've gotten into it before, but I'll continue expressing this in future vlogs, is my dream right now, and things could change, but this is the path that I'm putting myself on right now. I would like to live in a small place in the desert. Not the desert that I live in, Palm Springs and all that. I mean far, rural desert, okay? Will that be a cabin, a tiny house, a tiny old house? Who knows? But what all of these houses have in common is size. They are teeny, tiny, microscopic. I definitely cannot fit all of my stuff in them, especially when I'm running 3 stores: art, vintage clothing, and candles. I have to edit, I have to purge, and I have to set myself up and clear up all my energy to be ready to enter this new crazy chapter of being a desert country bumpkin, basically. I don't have a set timeline for when that will happen, but I would like to prepare myself well in advance. Mystery bags are going to be part of that. I cannot take everything with me. A lot of old work and a lot of B grade products, meaning stickers with really minor imperfections, will be part of this purge. I will be putting together mystery bags. As of this moment, I'm thinking 3 different types of mystery bags: a die cut and sticker sheet mystery bag, and then finally a print and sticker mystery bag. So I will be working on that within the next week or so. And then I will be posting updates on Instagram on when this will happen. And of course, here on YouTube, I will mention it in a future vlog as well. Once again, to close out, thank you to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you to everyone who has helped me out over on Etsy with these 2 variant stickers. And of course, thank you to anyone who has made a purchase on my site, and those of you who are looking forward to the mystery bags. And let me, of course, not forget those of you who are here and who engage. It helps. Even if you don't have $1 to spare, just your engagement helps. Like a girl's video, like a girl's posts, comment, do all of those things because they do help. Okay? So thank you all so much. Be bad, be good. I don't give a damn which. Just make sure you come back in one piece. And dear God, thank you for sitting through this long ass vlog. But it's still under 30 minutes. So in order to make sure that it remains under 30 minutes, bye. Off I go. I'll see you in the next one.